Yo guys, what's up? It's Ratven 332 here, bringing you my NXT Takeover San Antonio review. Now, to be a little honest guys, I was actually disappointed with this. Well, that match only went for 9:55. Jesus. For a 2-hour show, there was 5 matches. I'm alright with that. But the matches, to be honest, were a little disappointing. Like your Eric Young and Ty Dillinger was pretty disappointing. Same with your Roderick Strong and Andre Cien almost match. That was just, I didn't like that match at all. Authors of Pain versus DIY for the championship. That match was great. Your Oscar, your Fatal 4-Way for the championship was great. Your Bobby Roode and Nakamura was disappointing. So first we'll talk about why the NXT Championship match between Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura was disappointing. Now, it's not because it's not because Nakamura lost. If anything, I'm glad he lost, because that kind of brings up your whole, is Nakamura going into the Rumble, is Joe going into the Rumble, which I'm surprised Joe wasn't there. I actually thought Joe was going to get involved in the match, considering he was there, front row. I thought he was going to get involved somehow to screw Bobby, or distract the referee so Bobby Roode could do something, because I'm pretty sure Bobby Roode's a heel. I don't watch NXT anymore, but yeah. And that match went for 27 minutes and 15 seconds, and it wasn't even that good. Now, it wasn't the performance, it wasn't Roode or Nakamura, it was just real slow. It wasn't a Nakamura or Bobby Roode match. From what I can remember, it wasn't a Bobby Roode match. It might have been a Nakamura match, but that whole thing was just slow. It was a Mark Henry versus Big Show match. Not quite that slow, but it was a slow match. Like, there was a couple of actually decent moves. Was when Nakamura did the Kinshasa and injured his knee, and did the top rope kick to the card and injured his knee then. But that was about it. That was pretty much the only memorable parts I remember from the match. Like, honestly, that's literally all I remember, and it was finished 5 hours ago. That's all I remember from that 27-minute, 15-second match. And that was the main event. So you got two guys in NXT that are the top guys. Like, they can actually wrestle, but you're giving them a 27-minute, 15-second match that about 20 minutes of that match was just terrible. Like, it was just boring. It was slow. It was kind of, I actually don't know what to say, because it wasn't decent at all. Like, one bit. It was kind of just, oh, alright then, here you go, here's your match. These are what you're doing. The crowd's going to love it because they all chant glorious, they chant with your theme music. They both love you. Just go out there, here's what you have to do, make the match as slow as possible. You're going to get injured, then Bobby Roode's going to win the title. So that's pretty much what it meant and felt like to me, that they just chucked them a script that said, you do your bloody headstand pressed up against his chest about 5 or 6 times, because I think that's how many times he did it. Then you go, you do that for about another, whatever that is, do that about 10 times. Bobby Roode does his glorious about twice, and then you just lock up for the first 10 minutes of the match. So that's honestly why that match was disappointing. I was actually really looking forward to this match. I thought, I actually really like Nakamura. I've enjoyed Bobby Roode since he was in TNA. Since I actually started watching it, which was like actually full on 2012, 2013. So I've really enjoyed Bobby Roode for that 5-year period that I was watching it. Yeah, now he's kind of gone WWE and kind of just haven't really gotten behind him. Nakamura I've only really followed since Takeover Dallas, since he joined. But even then I'm not real. Like they can both wrestle, but it's just, I don't know what it is, what it was tonight. For a 27-minute 15, which was the longest match on the card by a good 16 minutes, 13 minutes. And then Eric Young, Ty Dillinger match wasn't terrible, but it wasn't good. Like I said, I haven't really watched too much NXT lately since, I think, this time last year. I've seen a couple of episodes, but that's really it. I haven't, so I don't know what they're doing with. I know, in my eyes, they're just ripping off TNA guys. Whatever they're called in TNA. Like, I can't even remember what they're called. But honestly, that's what Insanity reminds me of. They just, like, pretty much ever since Bobby Roode and Eric Young joined, really, WWE, things have been getting flogged from TNA left, right and centre, and everyone bags TNA. However, they've actually come up with pretty decent characters. Now, it's kind of a little different, but it's not really. There's Insanity, you got Eric Young, who's the leader. Then you got one crazy chick, which in TNA is Rosemary. The leader is... And then you got a big guy, which is the Abyss. And a crazy dude, I'm pretty sure that's Alexander... Oh no, it's Eric Young or Alexander Wolf. It's one of those two. And then you got your leader, which is Eric Young, which in TNA is Rosemary. So, yeah, they're just ripping off things. I didn't really enjoy it. I think it was because I'm not. And Ty Dillinger, the only real... I mean, Ty Dillinger's a pretty decent wrestler. I just can't get behind him. The only thing I like from him is the 10. And that's about it. So, yeah. Then you're Roderick Strong and Andrade Cien Almas. I just don't like both of them. I haven't liked Andrade Cien Almas. So I first saw him at the end. I think it was, I saw him. Roderick Strong was the first time I've actually seen him. I'm pretty sure it was in the Cruiserweight Classic, but I only got a couple of episodes in. Just to watch Damian Slater wrestle, then I turned it off because I didn't really care about the rest. So I haven't really quite gotten behind. Like, I didn't get into that match at all. I was doing other stuff during that match. Then we had the Authors of Pain and DIY for the NXT Tag Team Championships, which the Authors of Pain defeated DIY. That match was definitely match of the night. Honestly, if I would have been happy if that was the main event, because they told, it wasn't really a story to be told, but it was kind of go out there, use like, go out, wrestle, put on one of the greatest matches that will probably happen this year, for now anyway, in NXT. I've noticed that a lot with DIY though. Whenever they go out, they pretty much put match of the year stuff on. But this match was definitely match of the night, which is a little disappointing to when you think about it, that the tag team match was match of the night. It wasn't your women's match or your main event, which was the NXT Championship. It was a mid-card match for the NXT titles. Now, I'm not saying they're mid-card, but they were third match. Yeah, third. Which makes them mid-card. Honestly, I actually thought that Authors of Pain were going to lose, and they were, which in my eyes would hurt the Authors of Pain. Like, I was like, oh, they're going to lose, it's going to hurt them, but it could have actually made them a bit like, because to me, these guys don't have to be in NXT, they can go straight up to main roster, personally. As long as they've got Paul Eller in there, they can do everything. They can walk in, be the next Shield with two guys, just wreck everybody. Leave, wreck everybody, leave, wreck everybody, leave. And that's pretty much all they have to do. It doesn't hurt them in any way if they were to lose to DIY, because they could go up. Because DIY are probably one of the best tag teams at the moment. Except for the Revival. Because no one can actually beat the Revival. Everything they do is just so good. I'm surprised they weren't on the card. But that, all I'm going to say with that, really, that match was match of the night. They actually did some pretty cool moves. The submission hold that they did to a Revival. I think it was Razor got up and threw Gargano onto Ciampa while Ciampa was doing a shoulder, some sort of armbar kind of thing, which is pretty cool. The Authors of Pain finishing move is actually pretty cool. The double bump, power bomb thingamajiggy, I think it's called. I'm not quite sure, but everything DIY seem to do, it always comes out perfect. Like, their matches are just phenomenal. Revival matches are phenomenal. So anyone those two teams step in the ring with, the match is pretty much going to be explosive. Then the last thing I'm going to talk about is the Fatal 4-Way match for the NXT Women's Championship between Asuka, Nikki Cross, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce. This match was decent for a 9-minute, 55-minute match, which was the shortest match of the night. And it was for a championship match. With 4 people. This is why I'm getting annoyed. Now, that match really did tell a great story. Not really. Not at all. I know I said it told a great story. The story leading up to it was great. Peyton Royce and Billie Kay, I love what they're doing with those two. Because when they were still in Australian wrestling, they were great. But seeing now that they're sticking with the whole, like, because they didn't do it when they were here, I don't think. But now they've got it and they're going, we're BFFs, we have been for a while. Usually they bury that stuff. Like, TM61. They have been pretty great too. So there's really only 4 people that I've seen so far that have come in, actually said, no, this is what we're doing, or this is what we want you to do, and actually have stuck with it. They're kind of crazy, which I don't know what that's about, but and then Nikki Cross, I don't like her at all. I don't know what it is. Asuka, I just think she needs to drop the title. But the match was under 10 minutes for 4 people. It didn't tell... The match had no story to it. It was just, alright, Asuka, we want you to get injured. Or, we want you to be out for 5 minutes of the match. I'm pretty sure... It was probably less than that. It was probably... I'm pretty sure she was taken out within the first 2 minutes. Which, as a champion, just makes your champion look weak. It was like Roman last year at the Royal Rumble. It made Roman Reigns look weak. You have him and then he goes backstage for 45 minutes, comes back out and gets eliminated pretty much straight away. It makes him look weak. If you want your champion to look dominant like Oscar is, you don't have to be injured for a good bloody just be knocked out for a good 7 minutes. The only real good thing I actually liked about the match was the table spot. When Peyton Royce and Billie Kay put Nikki Cross through a table and Nikki Cross didn't move. That was believable. Like, seriously, that kind of, because she wasn't down for 7 minutes and didn't move. Then, as soon as that happened, they went down to Oscar. They picked up Oscar, and the match was pretty much over. Like, they did bloody... Peyton Royce did the kick to Billie Kay, then Oscar kicked Peyton Royce, then she kicked Billie Kay, then she kicked Peyton Royce again, and the match was over. And it was... I would have been fine with it if it was just a little longer. Like, there's 4 women in that match, and it was shorter than the match between Eric Young and Ty Dillinger was. It was shorter than the match between Roderick Strong and Andrade Cien Almas, which, by the way, no one was into. It was shorter than... Yeah, I'm only going to say those two because the other would have really hurt to take away 7 minutes of the Nakamura Bobby Roode match and give it to these guys. They really did need that extra 7 minutes. If that match was 7 minutes longer, they could have told a little longer of a story. I would have really enjoyed it. Like, I actually enjoyed the match, but it was one of those things that had to go a little longer for you to actually get into, because I was really getting into it, and then the match just ended. But guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment what your thoughts were on today's episode. I'm pretty sure my Royal Rumble predictions will be up soon. If not, they've already been up. But go check that out. That link to that will be in the description below. Yeah, but like, comment, and subscribe if you're new, guys. And hopefully I'll have my Royal Rumble review or live reactions up within the next couple of days. Thanks guys, this is Ratven signing out. Peace.